name is Mafalda, and I'm a positive impact coach. So I support creative people to expand their creativity and to use their work and their projects to create positive impacts on other people. So it's something that I've been growing. I discovered that passion very recently in the past 2 years. And I feel it's my mission, it's my purpose to help them, for them to help others.
You said that 2 years ago you had this calling to coach creative people. How did that happen? Actually, I'm asking you this question. I know the answer, but I think this is quite relevant to what happened to you and made you decide to do something positive for other people.
So 3 years ago, I've been through a very challenging situation, which was I was very close to a terrorist bomb device, which failed to explode. It still exploded, and it still was scary. And I was with my son, and it made me think about the meaning of life, and I had to start a kind of first how to deal with those feelings going through that process, and asking what if something had happened. So I was going through a inner work process. I start kind of working in myself and try so many questions that start arising, and I was trying to find those answers. And I thought that I shouldn't let myself going with that flow, negative flow from what happened. So I decided to make that decision. No, I want to turn these into something really good. And not only for me, but also for others. So I thought maybe not to do something related specific with that, but because I'm a positive person and I really like and I feel so inspired by music and by books, I think that's the best way to. I realize that's my path, that's my passion. So that's why I decided helping creative people is the best way for the people that read their books, for people that listen to their music, because they might be going through different things, happy things, sad things. Everyone goes through ups and downs, and the books are always there, the stories, the messages, in the music as well, what's behind the lyrics. So everything brings a new light to the people that receive the different forms of arts. So I thought, oh, I want to be in the background. I want to be holding the flag for the creators, for the artists, creating not only for themselves, but creating for others as well.
Mhm.
So
The first thing that we talked about, actually, and we didn't even know that each other went through that kind of trauma. And it's true that trauma can open up to possibilities, and that's why I connected with you, and I'm glad you're here today. So I would like to ask you concrete questions about creative people. When they come to see you, what are they looking for? What are their problems?
one thing that comes up very often is overthinking. And there's also procrastination, and there's also everything in life, in their lives, they're coming their way, family, other issues going on, and they always leave their time to create for last, or some, oh, I'll manage to fit it in, but then life goes on, life gets on the way. And it's just like they need to create that routine, that structure, give it priority, knowing that it might not be possible to do everything they've got in mind in their lives, and they need to focus, what is my goal, what is my step-by-step plan with my projects, either it's right, if it's writing or any other goals they have. So it's really thinking how can they make it consistent, and they need to persist over time, even the going gets tough. So they need to continue, not give up, and make it part of their routine and their lifestyle.
What do you think is that? Why creativity lasts?
There, people come up with different reasons. Sometimes it's just, is could that be an excuse? Hiding something that is underneath. It could be like fear of failure. Am I not good enough? So imposter syndrome. So it covers up. It's just like making myself busy because I'm busy. I still have loads of things to do. However, they're not facing what they need to face, because it does, for an artist, it takes, they need to navigate in themselves, and that could be uncomfortable. So go into that uncomfort zone or discomfort zone. um, it takes courage, and it they need to be prepared to be vulnerable. So it's just like resisting, thinking, okay, I do have a lot of things to do, but am I tricking myself with these? What do I really need to do? I just need to stop and think. Do I need to do, let's say, the cleaning or whatever? Do I need to do all those things before? Can it not be done after?
Let's take the example, because I know a lot of creative people like you, and I know some, they're actually very proactive. My circle is mainly writers or screenwriters, and I've got some people in mind where I know they work a lot. I've actually read their work, and it's great. It's amazing. So they're not procrastinating. They're very creative, yet there is something that stop them from succeeding. What could that be?
It could be negative thoughts and emotions, or feeling they're not good enough.
Mm-hmm.
In first place, it's asking them what is their definition of success for themselves, because we see success as a different point of view, different perspective for each of us. Is my success achieving my goals, just seeing those results? What about the process? What do I think about the process? How do I deal with setbacks during the process? How do I overcome the issues and obstacles? And let's say the person achieves everything looks good on paper, but still no results. So what is it? Is it because it's under my control, or do I depend on others? Even if I get no's from others, what does that mean? Does it mean they don't like my work, or they don't like what I do? Or is it because of the circumstances they decided that's not what they want for that moment? They picked somebody else's work for that circumstances, but that doesn't mean my work is not good. So it's just believing, even if you don't see results, they will come. Because if not doing anything doesn't give you any results, doing something and working on it, it will give you results. It's impossible not to get any result. It's just that maybe they're not there yet to be seen. Maybe they'll come. It's just, and telling ourselves to be patient and persist and carry on and have that motivation and energy, even if I don't see it now, maybe it's not the right time yet, it will happen.
What would you advise your clients when they are trying to find their own identity?
The answers could change over time, because we don't stand still. We change as we grow and as we do our projects. They will never be the same, one project to the other, because we grow and we evolve, and all the experiences we go through and the relationships with other people and the events that happen in our lives. So I will say that the first thing to ask is reflecting who I was, who I am, and who do I want to be, and how do I want to be. So finding these questions and reviewing them every now and then, because we might find new things in ourselves, and not comparing ourselves with others in our journey and our work. Just because they achieve something, it doesn't mean we need to be achieving something at the same time, at the same pace. And there's always things getting on the way. Life life carries on, and we need to give sometimes attention to other things as well, and we need to be patient again, and have that understanding and awareness, that it's okay. I've done this. I've given my best, and I know who I am. I know what I believe. I've got my values, what is important to me, and based on that, it's just giving value to your uniqueness.
And I really like that. I didn't know you thought like that, but I really like that. Yes, we are changing people, and sometimes we fit one box, but sometimes it's not the case. And I don't believe in niching down. And I think it's part of the creativity of, you know, of a person to explore. It's about exploring, isn't it? Creativity also, the world and how we see it. So thank you for that, Mafalda. I wanted to ask you, could you give us some tips to enhance our creativity?
There is many ways that artists and writers, musicians can work on to develop and expand their creativity. In first place is working on themselves, focusing on their well-being, and trying to find, that's the tricky bit, trying to find a balance between their work and their personal life. But I also believe that if we live our lives, continue experiencing our personal life with family, with friends, with people we connect with, that will give us more information. It will make us more rich to create.
If someone wants to contact you, a creative person needs you, can you explain in very quickly how you can help them?
So what I usually do, I offer them a 1.5 hour conversation, which includes 1 hour pro bono coaching session, where I will ask the person it's just to situate and getting to know them. What's their situation, what's their challenges, what they want to achieve, what do they feel they would like to work on. Sometimes they don't know specifically, but it's okay, because it's something is going to be evolving through coaching conversations and coaching sessions. And based on that, we will together, me and my clients, or if they decide they want to proceed and they want to give it a try and invest their time to improve and work on themselves, then we will create, I've got 2 programs, but then they're very tailored to the person. So the client may choose to, each session also it can bring up a situation that is happening on the daily basis. Oh, I came up with this situation, I really want to work on this, and something is bothering me. Or it could, the person could be more specific and say, no, I've got these sets of sessions, either 6 or 10 sessions every other 2 weeks. That's what I'm doing at the moment. And they can be more specific. I want to work on this on each time, so be more programmed. Usually I suggest to always keep some flexibility, because there are things that come up in life and things we don't think it's connected to what we want to achieve, but then by working on them is untangles other areas. So it's just like a web, everything is connected and interlinked. So sometimes solving a problem in one area is going to unlock the other area. So it's important to kind of go with the flow and just letting the person open up and explore and dive deep, and supporting the client with challenging questions, and holding the space for the client, sometimes giving the space for the client to be, and allowing them to talk. Because sometimes it's so hard to find that time to express ourselves in a way that we're not being judged. And in the coaching space allows that. There's no judgment. It's just open up and just bringing up that vulnerability. And from that vulnerability comes courage. It's just a practice, a space where the person can prepare themselves to go out there and do and be what they thought inside their heads they want to do, because sometimes they have the decisions already, it's just putting them into practice.
Mafalda, thank you so much to be on the show today. It was very interesting, and I'm going to put all your details in the description below. So if people want to contact you, and they can find you on your website and everything. So you take care, Mafalda, and I'll see you soon.
Thank you so much, Sophie. Bye.
Bye.